Hello everyone, welcome to the Canadian Edge. Today we're going to be looking at a few of the knives that I have carried as past and present as my EDCs. So we're just going to take just a brief look at them, and these are the main ones here. So I'm just going to kind of move these guys out of the way a little bit so we have a little room to look at knives. And we are going to start with this. This is a Ruko Tanto, which was probably one of my first pocket knives that I bought a long time ago and have used as an EDC. Yeah, it's a Rostfrei, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but it's been a great knife. Really liked it. It's a very inexpensive knife, made in Taiwan. I've had this for probably 20 years at least, and it's been a very reliable knife. Holds an edge surprisingly well because it's just stainless, probably 440 stainless. So yeah, that was my very first EDC that I started to carry with me everywhere I went. And then I had some jobs where I wanted a bigger knife, so I moved to this, which is also a Rostfrei, and it's a little bigger blade on it, but it also has been a very good knife. My wife has used this as one of her EDCs when she would go on walks and hikes, just because it's a good sized knife. We live in bush, and you run into different creatures out in the bush, not necessarily furry and two-legged, and so having a pocket knife on you is a good deterrent. And so that was also a very inexpensive. I think I paid $10 or something for this, $12, and surprisingly, again, it's held an edge quite well and has been a good knife. Those are a couple knives I'll review at a later time. And I always like the switchblade looking style of knives, and I picked this one up a number of years ago as well. And it's been one that I often have carried with me. It's supposed to be flipped open, but flipper isn't quite large enough, but it does catch in the pocket and opens as you pull it out of the pocket. And this has also been one that I have frequently carried and still carry from time to time. And it also was an inexpensive knife. I think this one ran me $25 or $22, something like that. It wasn't super expensive, but it's, again, surprisingly, it keeps an edge, and it's been a decent EDC. Then I moved into a little more expensive knives, some of them for the most part. This is one that I carry from time to time, mostly when I'm out camping or hiking in the woods, the SOG Pentarch, and we'll be doing a review on that in the near future here. And this is one of my favorite knives for when I'm out in the bush and need a substantial knife. That's the SOG Pentarch. And I've already done a review on the Navaja by Spyderco. Again, it's a big knife. I'll often carry this when I'm out in the woods doing hiking and stuff like that, or used to. I don't hike that much anymore, so. But these are great knives if you're out and just want something big to have with you. But these are my main everyday carry knives. And I'll start with this guy. This is the Remix by Gerber. And I'll be doing a review on that at some point. But this has been a knife that I carry a lot and use a lot. And I don't know if you can see on there. The blade is a little bit marked up. You can't really see with my camera, but this is one of the knives that I carry most frequently. It holds an edge really well, and it is just a great knife for a lot of the jobs that you do around the house, out in the garage and out in the yard and things like that. I need to clean it up a little bit because it's a little dirty, but the Gerber Remix is one of my main knives that I carry. Of course, one of my very favorite knives is the Benchmade Griptilian. This is the mini Griptilian, and this has been one of my main knives as well. I use this knife a lot. It's just a really good size, fits in your pocket well, does great job cutting things around the house and in the garage and outside, and just it's such a comfortable knife to use and easy to use. I really like this knife. So this is one of my main knives that I carry with me presently, and it's getting a little beat up, but it's holding its own. It's doing quite well. Another Gerber that I carry is the Pocket Square, and I just really like the style of this one. It's good feel in your hand, good size in the pocket, and it's great if you're opening boxes or things like that. So that's the Gerber Pocket Square, and it's a good knife. I don't carry it as much as the others, but it's still one that I will carry with me. And one of my other main go-to knives is the Spyderco Double Bevel, and I'll be doing a review also on this one shortly. But this is such a great knife for so many tasks with the Tanto blade and it's just a great all-around knife. Very comfortable, good grip on it, good knife to use as an everyday carry. Good size for me, fits my hand great. So that is one of my main ones as well. And you know, I bought this because my grandson really liked it. I did like the look of it. I do like the look of it. Didn't think I would really use it for much, but this has also become one of my actual favorite knives to use. It's such a sharp knife, and it works. I would never pry things with it, and that I don't pry with my knives anyway, but it's become a knife that I carry more often than I thought I would. Not as frequently as the others, but still it's a knife that I use a fair bit. So yeah, but these three here are my three main go-to knives that I carry the majority of the time. So that's the Spyderco Double Bevel, the Gerber Remix, and the Benchmade Griptilian. And you can't go wrong with good knives like that. They all work very well. So this is a little shorter review, a little different review, but I just wanted you to see what kind of knives I use for everyday carry, and give you an idea on some knives maybe that you can look at for everyday carry. And so I hope that was helpful to some people, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Also, please comment. I like hearing comments from people. But we'll be doing another review in a couple days, and until then, stay safe and stay sharp.